HHDG.
Peace, HHDG. We are on another episode of HHDG Media podcast. And as always, shout out to everyone that tunes in through our YouTube channel, as well as our Facebook group, HHDG, which stands for Hip Hop Discussion Group. As you can see on the bottom banner, you can go to our website, hhdgmedia.com, for the latest music, written interviews, previous live interviews, as well as our merch and upcoming events. Once again, and always, this is possible through our company, HHDG Media Inc., which consists of our 5 owners, T. Smith, Skelly Top, the Mayor, Rock Vader KB, and myself, Wiki. For tonight, we have a guest, a young talented producer coming from Australia. Right now, it's early AM for him, and he's definitely established himself worldwide with working with many talented MCs through various countries. And the one that I got put on through was repping South Memphis, and he goes by the name of Luca, and that was back in, I think, 2021 with the album, I'm trying to remember the full name of it. Why I Look Up, God's in the Mirror. And he had some dope production on there. One was Immaculate Conception. And then, from there, I gotta say, just hearing his ear and knowing who he's been working with, people have definitely been recognizing his talents, because he wouldn't be working with people like from his hometown, A. Saxon, from Jersey, Josiah the Gift. I could keep going on. Def C. Who else? Prose from Texas. And then just more and more. But for tonight, we're going to talk a little bit about his background and also his debut album, Heavenly Unknown, that dropped on September 20th of this year. And also, he got some dope CDs and cassettes through, the always top quality company, Bars Over BS. So, if you listen to his production, he has a very ill style with the vocals that he lays down with it. And sometimes it can be soulful. Sometimes it could just be, just flat out, just head nodding dopeness, coming through. So, I want to know, where his ears coming from, making all this dope production. And again, people are noticing. More and more people are noticing, and it shows through his credits, his production credits on various albums right now. So we're gonna dive in. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce, repping Perth, Australia, SB11.
Hey man.
Peace.
How are ya?
Doing good.
Good. That was a sick intro. Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate it. Definitely. I'm the type of person that if I'm not familiar, and like I said, the introduction through Luca was early, so I didn't know anything else about you at that time.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was my first credit. That was with Luca on that album.
Was your actual first credit?
Yeah, very first. Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. Big one.
Great.
Big one to start off with.
That's dope. So before we talk about, how you got into the music and everything, tell us, since we're starting with Luca, tell us how you linked up with him to even get production on his album.
So machine, the Native Instruments machine, I've just been practicing making beats on it, and after 2 months of having it, I decided to reach out to some artists, see who I could get some beats with. And I was very young at the time. I was a bit over my head. I was sending beats to Uncle John and Rome Streets and whatnot, getting no
Nice.
reply, of course. And so I sent beats to Luca because I saw him on Fuck Rap. He had that video posted by them, Spray/Filthy off of Black Hand. Yeah, and that joint really caught me. So I sent beats to him. I just hit him up on DMs and he replied straight away. And he was down to work since then. So pretty lucky, I reckon.
Everything's about timing, and you was it's definitely perfect.
That's it. Yeah, for sure.
So being that I know your first name, break down a little bit of how you got the SB11.
Yeah, so I was just at school. I was just making beats on FL Studio, and I was just releasing beat tapes on Bandcamp, and I had to come up with a name to put my music out. I'm not that creative when it comes to words, so I just put 11 for November, my birth month, and it's that simple. Yeah.
All right. Now, when you mentioned FL Studios, that was your very first introduction with production?
Nah, at school we did music production for a term or so, where you would like try to make music on some website. It was pretty average, but it did catch my attention a little bit, and I ended up just downloading the free version of FL Studio. So it's where you can make the beat, but once you close it, you can't go back into it until you buy the full version, which is like $200. Of course, I'm at school and I'm not going to pay $200. So I was just exporting the beat, and I'll just leave it after that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Perth is on the western part of Australia.
Yep.
Tell us how it is growing up over there.
Yeah, it's pretty. I don't know. I'd say normal. I grew up in a country town, which is like 3 hours inland away from the city.
Okay.
So because my family's from farming background, so I lived in the country for 9 years before moving into like Perth City, and around about the same time that I moved into the city is when I started taking notice of music. About 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that pretty much opened you up to what else was out there?
Yeah. I remember my brother showing me, I don't know if you've heard of Flume, the electronic producer from Sydney.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, put me onto Flume. That was in 2012, just when he dropped his debut. So that really caught my attention as electronic music. I was into electronic for like 5 years, and then slowly get introduced to mainstream artists like Drake, and Kendrick, and Tyler and whatnot, and it slowly just starts building and get deeper and deeper. Earl Sweatshirt, leading into like Pusha T, then Freddie Gibbs, and Madlib, and
nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely, noteworthy people to get introduced to. And where were you finding most of their music on YouTube?
Nah, well, my parents were still hell old school, so I was still buying music on iTunes for like
Oh,
$2
okay.
per track.
iTunes.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. iPod and everything.
Yeah, I had the little iPod Shuffle, the one with no
Yeah.
screen. Yeah.
Okay. So before you moved into the city, like you said, you grew up in, farming. What type of things did you do out there?
Oh, well, I was still pretty young, so I
Oh, it's
never
okay.
really had
All
an
right.
interest in it. But yeah, they did like sheep and wheat. Um, but yeah, I was just way too young. I was just going to school every day.
Okay.
Just yeah, kid shit.
All right. So
Yeah.
what about your parents?
Yeah,
What,
so my dad's been farming his whole life, sheep
oh,
and
okay.
wheat. And yeah, my mum grew up in the same town. It's only a small town, like 600 people.
Okay.
There's heaps of small towns out in what's called the wheat belt. It's, yeah, like farming country, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now, I'm a person that grew up watching nature documentaries, and
yeah.
all the time they always talk about Australia and these exotic and big insects and stuff like that. Did you see what did you see growing up in your area?
Um, I personally didn't see like that much, but
Okay.
before I was born, my parents did take care of like a pet kangaroo out on the farm.
All
So
right.
yeah, they'd always snakes. Um, yeah, it's like halfway to what your expectations would be.
Okay.
It's not as hectic. It's more like, yeah, they're around, but you don't see
You
them
don't
that
see
often.
them. Oh, that's a
Yeah,
good thing.
yeah. No, you probably see kangaroos the most common out of like the animals you'd expect out of Australia. Like in the
All right.
city, they still cross the road sometimes into
Okay.
wildlife preserves and shit. So
Hmm.
yeah,
Not bad.
yeah.
All right. So you mentioned listening to electronic, and then you also got introduced to hip hop. As far as your parents, what did you hear them playing when you grew up?
Like 90s, 80s Australian bands like Powderfinger, Silverchair. Um, yeah, it's very wide range. Evanescence was sort
Oh,
of
okay.
like, yeah. Yeah. I did get pretty sick of it. Sort of like all just blended together, and it was like just boring to hear after a
Mhm.
while. But yeah, I think that's why getting into hip hop was like just had my interest going over and over because there's just so much you can get into, so
Mhm.
many different sounds. Yeah.
All right. Nice, nice. Now, Perth is also where a very talented producer DJ Timepiece is from.
Yep.
When
I know
um
timepiece.
when did you first meet him?
I always struggle to remember. I think it was halfway through 2021, just before the Luca release.
Okay.
Yeah. Because because I was getting into collecting hip hop vinyl pretty heavily. So I was on Reddit looking for all the new releases and shit. And I
Hmm.
saw this hell cool cover, like a hell cool cover of Ali Music, the Prose and Timepiece release.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I saw that cover. I was like, wow, that cover's hell cool. So I checked it out. Yeah, Texas rapper Prose and Perth producer Timepiece. It's like, wow, okay, Perth. That's sick. Because I knew no one from Perth that was doing like hip hop, let alone like underground sound. So yeah, I hit him up and bought a copy off him, and then yeah, I just went to his studio and showed him beats, and yeah, he's shown me heaps of tricks and ways to get around producing. He's been very helpful.
That's great.
Lending me records. He gives me like stacks of 12 records at a time, and I'll just bring them back to him, switch them out, get more back.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I mean, look how great that is to find someone right in the city that you're living in, you know, with that wealth of knowledge and experience, as opposed to, you know, and I'm not going to downplay it, but, you know, going through the internet and then learning from somebody that might be hundreds or thousands of miles away.
Exactly. Yeah, no, it's been very handy. Yeah, he has heaps of hardware and heaps of vinyl, and yeah, shows me his tricks on Ableton, mixing tricks. Yeah, so it's been very handy. It's helped me a long way. And he's also hooked me up with a lot of rappers. He hooked me up with Josiah originally.
Oh.
Yep, he helped me connect that up. Prose.
And that was for that.
Yeah. Oh, wrong side. Yep. Solid. Did you get that off the drop?
What's that?
Did you get that off the original drop of Copenhagen?
From Copenhagen, yep.
Sick.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of, you know, Copenhagen Crates. They always put out really good quality records. And
yeah, for sure.
I also got to shout out their customer service. You know, they respond to you really well. So big shout out to Copenhagen Crates.
Yep, agreed. Definitely. Yep.
So now that you're into the production, you know, you got a lot of people recognizing your talents. What's a normal day for you when it comes to your production?
When it comes to production, yeah, sort of when I just find time, because I still work full time, Monday to Friday. So yeah, some days after work, I might get an hour or two to make beats or produce or do whatever, send beats off. Might get a few hours on the weekend to do whatever. But yeah, depends what mood I'm in. If I'm in the mood for looking for samples, or if I have to finish a project or something, yeah, all just depends. Just come in here and lock in.
All right, cool. And do you ever catch yourself, you know, having a certain tune in your head, and then you go and you try and work with that in your production, like from, you know, records that you already listened to?
No, I think it's all just based on the sample for my production. I don't really have anything in mind when I go into it. I don't really have like intentions of making a like drumless beat or like a drum heavy one or whatever. Sort of just where the sample takes me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I wasn't too familiar with the other Australian artist that you work with, A. Saxon. Until you started working with him. So my question is, when you created the project, what was the name of it?
Who Dares Wins.
Yes, Who Dares Wins. Yes. Did the two of you create production while you were going along creating the album, or did you have certain beats already?
No, I had beats ready already. Sax is a very busy man as well. We're both very busy, so we sometimes struggle to find time to even just Sax. So yeah, he's got a full family and whatnot, so he's much busier than me. But we still found time to get in the studio together and to record the songs together, bounce ideas, come
Nice.
up with the album topics and whatnot. Yeah, so that was my first proper experience of recording someone myself and making the whole album in this one room.
Mm-hmm.
So that was pretty cool. That was hell fun.
Yeah,
We're
that's a good
definitely going to do
experience
it
right
again.
there.
Yeah, especially being so far away from like everyone else that I work with. It's pretty refreshing.
Nice. And when did you start using the machine?
Yeah, so late 2020, I just graduated school in that September of 2020, and so I didn't really know if I wanted to do keep practicing beats or not, and I was getting bored of doing it on the computer using the clicker and all that. I decided to buy this machine. So it's sort of like you have your physical element to it, so you can play around with the pads, and I feel it's more creative being able to do that for sure. So it's like November 2020.
2020. All right. Cool.
And I've been using it ever since. It's the only thing I know how to make music on.
Okay. Now with your education in the music production, how well did that help you go and transition to the machine?
I was more excited for it to be like a challenge to learn something new again. Because of course I knew how to do flip the sample, put drums in and all that. It was more like just learning how to that new workflow, pretty much. Just a new workflow. Everything's fresh. I feel like it really boosted my creativity for sure. Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. Now with the artists that you've already worked with worldwide, how does that feel as a young up and coming producer to be able to actually work with some of these artists that you already were listening to? Now here you are, you have production credits with them.
Yeah. A big one was Death at the Derby, Cousin Fayo and Lord Juco. I was bumping them through year 12, grade 12. They inspired my beat tape covers that I'd do every month. I'd just throw a beat tape up on Bandcamp, and heavily inspired by their cover on the Death at the Derby stuff. Yeah, working with them was really great. That was really cool. Who else? Jamonte. Having Jamonte on the track. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I bumped into him over in Brooklyn where I work at. He spotted me first.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So whereabouts are you? You're in New York, hey?
I'm in New York. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Born and raised and still live in Staten Island, but I mainly work in Brooklyn.
Yeah, righto. Okay, so do you travel from Staten Island to Brooklyn for work?
Usually take a bus over the bridge and then get on the subway.
Righto. Yeah, I'm not that great with geography in the US, so I don't really know how close your cities are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because Perth City is I think it's the longest city in the world in terms of longitude. It runs so wide.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, so I think it's the only city in the state, and it's the biggest state in Australia. So it's lots of land, lots of space.
What's now as far as getting records, being that you just mentioned how big Perth City is there a lot of record stores to choose
Um,
from?
yeah, there's still a fair bit of record stores. Not many cater to hip hop,
Mhm.
like directly. Not many of them have the underground stuff. A few of them stock some Tough Kong stuff or WRC now, but not many. Um, for sampling either, it's
Hmm.
I'd say it's a bit dead. It's more like brand new records most of the time.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, hearing stories from Timepiece, like record stores aren't what they used to be.
Yeah, that's the same over here too. There's not too many physical
Yeah.
stores anymore.
Yeah. Yep.
Now, when it comes to your production, and now that you have, you know, the experience of timepiece, also, at your disposal, ask questions and get pointers and things like that. Who else, aside from him, has been helpful?
In person or also just
Yeah,
online?
in person. Yeah.
In person. Well, there's quite a few crews out here that sort of have cool, unique sounds. Um, DJ named Rubik's, he's helped me out a lot. Um, yeah, who else? No from Fourth Move, my crew.
Fourth move. Yeah.
Yeah, he raps. He's been very handy as well. He's a good dude. Um, yeah, there's not many in Perth, to be honest. But there's heaps of dudes that I'm mates with that are hell good people. But yeah, I think the main one is just Timepiece.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. Now, being that you spoke about your crew, fourth move, you got let the people know who all are part of
Yeah,
fourth
so
move and what what created the collective.
that's been No's label, his own label for the past 10+ years, Fourth Move, and when him and Sax were making their joint album in 2022, we all decided that we'd all just make it a collective Fourth Move. So we all joined into Fourth Move and we drop all our records through Fourth Move. Yeah, it's slowly expanding. We have a Irish producer, Hickey. His name is. He's in the crew. He's of course in Ireland, but yeah, he's joined. Yeah, Timepiece is in Fourth Move now. Yeah, that's about it. That's what we yeah, we try to do shows as Fourth Move out here. Sort of just move as big group.
Now, when you perform at the with Lee Scott and Black Josh, was it all of fourth move was it?
Yeah, so yeah, me and Sax performed. Unfortunately, No was late, so he didn't see us perform. But yeah, we had the crew there. That was hell fun. That was a good night. That was my first international support. Same with Sax.
Nice.
So
That's great.
yeah, that it went really well. It was really good. Yeah, no, that was great experience.
Yeah, that's dope. I mean, I've been listening to them for a while, so big shout out to the whole Block Records crew, the whole Levels crew. That's how I got introduced to Black Josh, and then
Yeah, righto.
Lee Scott, has been listened to for a long time, and he's very talented beyond just what he does lyrically. Um,
Yeah.
Everything with the whole crew, the label, and everything.
Yeah, I didn't realize how far back Blah goes. I didn't realize how long they've been doing it.
Yeah. So how was that first experience, on stage like that with that little tour right there?
Yeah, so I've done beat sets and stuff before at little
Hmm.
nights that we do, but yeah, nothing like being up on a stage and you have everyone out in front of you. No, it was hell fun. I was hell nervous before it, but no, once you get up there, it's all good. And then afterwards, it feels good that you've done it and you can just chill out.
Nice.
Yeah.
Are there a good amount of shows in your area?
Not really. We have quite a few coming up. We have Rock Marcy in on the 20th.
Yeah.
We've got Mike coming in December. JP Mafia in March. I think
Okay.
yeah. But yeah, in terms of local shows, not many that I'm interested in. Not my
Hmm.
sort of scene. Yeah. But we used to do a mate of mine, DJ Silence. He used to host beat, not battles, but like beat showcases
Yeah.
at bars and stuff. So you bring in your machine and whatnot. You just play 15 minutes of beats, and that was really cool. But each bar that we play at keeps shutting down right after. So
Oh man.
yeah,
How's the graffiti scene? Because I look at a lot of graffiti worldwide, and I know that Australia usually comes up too. There's I can't remember his name right now, but he's really famous from Australia as well.
all right. Yeah, I might be the wrong person to ask about graffiti. I'm not too into it. I think it's still alive though. Where No did a MCing gig for it's called Blank Walls, closer to the city. It's like they have two muralists battling each other,
Uh,
so they paint one mural each, and judges decide who's done the best. So they do that during the night, during a DJ set and a rap set, and it was pretty cool.
that's nice.
Mm.
Yeah, I was just wondering, if you saw any, graffiti, throughout your travels in the day and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. There's always graffiti somewhere, especially driving from where I used to live in the wheat belt back into the city. There's train rails all the way along. Each carriage has always got something on it every time. So I'd like to believe it's still going pretty.
That's cool. Yeah, I've always been a big fan of that, and it's just amazing to see how much the quality is elevated with these artists. There's a lot of creative work out there.
Yep. Yeah. I can never imagine myself being able to be that visually creative to paint a whole train carriage. That's that's very. You got to take a lot of time to be able to know what you're doing with that.
Yeah,
Um, it's pretty cool though. Seeing it live as well at that show,
yeah,
it's like in a second it just comes all together.
that's cool. Hmm. Now, having already did a project with Prose, Saxon, Josiah the Gift. There's only due time that eventually you're ready to have your own solo project, and you did that last month, releasing Heavily Unknown.
Yeah.
What was your process, and what made you ready to start with your debut?
Sorry, I just cut out for a second. Could you repeat that question?
I was saying, um, what was the process, and what was the what made you decide now's the time, to do your solo?
Well, I actually started it 3 years ago at the end of 2021. I got the first feature for it. Mickey Diamond was the first feature that I got.
Ah,
So yeah, it's almost been 3 whole years of trying to get this album done. I was inspired by Alchemist a lot,
yeah.
having the tracks merged together. I think it's pretty
Yeah.
obvious. Yeah, having the tracks merged together, having all these different rappers on each track. Yeah, especially his Yacht Rock 2 album, the Hell Short one, but it has like 13 tracks or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a big one. Yeah, and I just felt like I wanted to make something like that, but with people that embody my sound. Yeah, and it just took a lot longer than I expected.
Everything's a process, but as long as you're ready to put in that work, it'll come out right. And I mean, the album speaks
Yeah.
for itself. And
Yeah.
the people that you have on there, I mean, it just continues to not just impress me, but anybody that might be unfamiliar with you. They're gonna look at this track list for Heavenly Unknown and be like, Lord Jamonte, Ace Cannons, Flashes Clayton,
Yeah.
Lord Juco, Mickey Diamond, Norm Regular. I mean, Substance.
Yeah, it's got someone for everyone. Hey, yeah. No, I was pretty happy with how it all turned out. Yeah, everyone really put in the effort on their verses. Yeah, no, it came out pretty much how I was wanting it to.
Yep. And I can't forget, another one of Australia's finest, Fluent Form.
Bluey, yep. Yeah,
I've been
I've met
listening,
him. Yeah, I
listening to
forgot to
him
say
for a
earlier.
very long
Yeah,
time.
I went to Melbourne and met him in person. Yeah, very talented dude, very good dude, very funny dude. We get into lots of arguments, but he's always a good dude.
Yeah. Shout out to the whole Crate Cartel. Happy belated to Discourse as well.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
So all the artists that are featured on your debut, did you reach out to all of them? Was there some some networking with other MCs that you had on there that said maybe this artist might work on this album with?
Yeah, in a way. Yeah, so I suppose I did the album with Chaos the Baker, and that's Jamonte's friend from North Carolina, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought I might as well get Jamonte on here. So yeah, so it's like a snowball effect. You just get one person on, and then you just come up with the ideas as you go. Like I got Josiah on Immortal, and then I thought, I'll get Sub on Immortal, and then Shoddy actually hit me up wanting to be on the LP, and I was like, hell yeah, that's hell cool. So get him on Immortal. What else? Juco. Definitely wanted Juco on there the whole time. He's a great dude, Juco.
Yep.
Good dude. Everyone on the album's good dude. Norm, No, Cousin Feo, Flu. Um, originally, I had Ace Cannons on Heavenly Unknown first, and so that was the first verse I got for that track, and I didn't know who would be able to keep up with that verse that he laid down. So I thought, I'll let Josiah give it a go.
That's dope. Dope.
Yeah.
Tell us how you laid down these tracks, for your debut. Was there anything different from how you approached any other production that you've done with other projects or songs for other people?
Nah, not really, to be honest. It was just I had the beats already made, and I sort of just picked the ones that are my favorite that I feel like I would want to listen to. That's sort of how I pick what beats I want to be on a project, is the ones that I really like. So luckily every artist agreed with my choices of beat that I wanted them on.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was just like a normal album, to be honest. Just working on it. It just took way longer. Just a lot more patience required.
Now, are you a patient person?
I am. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm able to wait a while. Luckily.
And being that this is your first project, how much did it help to have the experience of Saxon, Timepiece, and other members of Fourth Move, around?
Yeah, no, very handy. Yeah, because of course, Timepiece has connections with Flash, Sire, Sub, Juco, Norm, Cousin Feo, Flu, Jamonte, and Sax. So like that's an immediate just like connection for him to help me out with all those artists. But yeah, no, it's they helped out a lot. Sax laid down his track very early on as well. I think halfway through 2022. So that's been sitting there for almost 2 years as well. Yeah, lots of old songs. And Norm was about the same time, so that's a 2-year-old song too.
Cool.
Yeah.
And you had one of the best out there, consistent, veteran, legendary, Planet Asia on here as well.
Yeah, that was pretty lucky. I just hit him up, and we worked out a deal, and I was able to get him to jump on. Originally, I did want him on the Immortal beat. I did want him with Sire and Sub, but he turned it down, so I had to give him that other beat, and he liked that one. So that was pretty bucket list. That was a big one for me.
Nice. From creating this album, what's one of the biggest learning experiences for you?
Even though I'm a patient person, like even more, just learning about you just gotta wait, and stay focused, at one point I did want to turn it just into like 2 5-track EPs because I was just so over waiting for tracks. So but no, stuck it out. Yeah, and also I suppose deal with the right people since my final deal fell apart for the album with Gas Records. So that's also something new to learn because that was the first time handing out my album to labels myself. So yeah, that's a definitely something to learn from.
It's good. I think, a lot of people that want to just jump into music, or if they have the talent and they want to jump in it, there's a lot more with the business that they need to learn. And this is why I keep bringing it up, that you have experienced people around you to, help steer you in the right way, help you hone your production skills, as well as understand the business.
Exactly, yeah. No, they've helped out a lot with the business side of things, especially Lupara. We've got our group chat. I've learned heaps from them. Really helped me out. All of them dudes. Lynchy, Machacha, Fluey, Farmer, Hobbs, Timepiece. I hope I haven't forgotten one. Body Healthy. That's it. Yeah, they've all been very helpful in the business side of things.
It's good. It's really good. And we can't leave out another important aspect of dropping a debut album is it's not just digital. You got to deal with bars over BS.
Yeah.
And the CDs. How did that happen?
Yeah, well, after dropping the Mickey Diamond single only a few days, Ty Farris followed me on IG. And so I hit him up. I was like, thanks for the follow, blah, blah, blah. And it's, just snowballed from there. Sent him beats. Asked if I, had a deal for the new album. And, he hooked it up. So, Ty's a real good dude. He, barely knew me and, really helped me out straight from the jump. So, hell good dude.
That's fine. Much respect to Ty Farris, man. He's really elevated, himself, well past just being a lyrical juggernaut. I mean, business wise, I think he's learned a lot from just being in his grind of MCing and in the battle scene and then ups and downs with that, and help apply that to what he's been doing. So big shout out to Ty Farris.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. No, I'm very excited to get working with him at some stage.
Yeah, can't wait to hear that. That's gonna be dope. Man. And let's talk about the artwork for Heavenly Unknown. I don't know how to pronounce the person's name. Is it Ojerum?
Yeah, me neither.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he's from Copenhagen. So it must be Danish. Not sure how to pronounce that.
All right.
That's where the inspiration for the title came from. Because I saw his artwork because I followed him on Instagram for a while. I saw him post that one up, and really caught my attention. So jumped on it and I grabbed it from him.
Nice.
He's a really good dude, really easy to talk to, work with. So that's where the inspiration for the title came from. I just based it off the artwork. heaven and the unknown. Like they're looking into this pool of water that's sideways. It's pretty weird. So yeah, but no, he's a really good dude to work with.
Yep.
So Jerome.
Now, being that discovered you through Luca off this album,
Yeah.
I gotta ask, did you try and get him on the debut?
Yeah, I did. He's just he's blown up though. He's way too busy. Yeah, like I think that was the same time he was cooking up his Real Bad Man album.
Okay.
And, yeah, I think he was flat out with that. Or he was cooking that, and then he pumped out Permanently Blackface. So that was like he was just stacking projects on top of each other. So no, I don't blame him for not being able to make the album, but
That's understandable.
yeah, I'm very glad that he still invited me to be on Permanently Blackface. That was
That's dope.
that was great.
Yes, I mean, there'll be more Luca and SB11 collaborations in the future.
Yep.
Now, was there any other people that you tried to reach out to that, you didn't get to work with that you really were looking forward to having them on your debut?
Nah, not really, to be honest. There was one that I hit up. I did hit up Theravada, but that didn't work out anyway. Otherwise I sort of tried to keep it within the circle, within the people that I'd already spoken to before. Besides Planet Asia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, having PA on your debut, that's monumental. That's a milestone right there.
Yeah. No, I was very proud of it. Very proud of it. Yeah. So it was Planet Asia and Def C on the track first, and then I was trying to get Luca on the intro verse, but he was just way too busy. So Flu recommended I get Flash on there. So yeah, that's why Flash is on there, because of Flu.
Flash is Clayton. He's another dope MC and producer who he's another one experienced. When I see his name, I think of experience.
Yeah. Yep.
Now I know we don't have much time left, so I want to talk about 2021. You dropped Restoration.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Man, the track Lucid Scenes.
Yeah, right. I don't remember him that well.
You don't remember? Okay. That's one of my favorites right there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, definitely go. I mean, when you get the chance, go back and then listen to that, your production on there. I mean, that one, to me, being that you love and working with samples, that one has that feel to it. I'm always gravitating to that track off the Restoration. When I listen to it, I put that one on repeat.
Yeah, see, nice. Yeah, a lot of the beats on there I was inspired by The Good Book by Alchemist and Budgie. Yeah, so that sort of method of flipping samples, I was listening to a lot of that at the time.
Yeah.
So I think the only one I remember is The Good and the Bad, because that was like a whole Good Book sample, I thought.
Nice. Yeah, I actually have those physicals, the ones that look like the Bible, and they have the CDs in there. Yeah,
in the CDs in there. Yeah, I was trying to get some, but I never got around to it. It looks so cool.
Yeah, that was definitely creative. It turned out nice.
Yep.
Now, before we go, as always, we have people tuning in. So I always give a shout out because their support is just as important as me having the honor of speaking with you. So, number one,
Yep.
I gotta shout out Harmony Equality. Big shout out. She's always on Twitter, showing resourceful books to read. Her music collection, which is dope, by the way. Y'all definitely need to go check that out. And also, right now, you got to see what she's orchestrating with the music. 17 Cypher. Big shout out. And we also got another one, NJ to AK, another true hip hop head like Harmony. This guy is very knowledgeable. He's always up on the music. I know he heard your debut, Heavenly Unknown, because
cool.
the majority of the people that are on there, he's rocking to. He's sharing. He's commenting about it. So, as always, big shout to NJ to AK as well. Now, I want to know what you think your feeling's going to be when those physicals from Bars Over BS get dropped off in Australia to you.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Stoked because I haven't actually ordered from them before. I did order the Mickey Diamond album that I had 3 joints on, but
Nice.
of course that hasn't come yet. But very excited. My first album on CD. I've had a few albums on tapes now, but having that Bars Over BS Obi on it, that gold tape, that'll be pretty cool.
That's the one. Yep.
Yeah. I'm very
it's your
excited.
name. It's
yeah,
your
exactly.
Name.
Yeah,
SB11's album.
Name right at the bottom. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Shout out to Bars Over BS.
Definitely.
Really hooked it up for sure.
Now there's just 2 more people that I always try and be right and exact and always give everyone their props. Who has worked with an album. On the engineering, you got Hollow Soul on there. So got to shout him out.
Yeah.
Because I've seen the name.
Lucas engineer.
Often. Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Incredible sounds, incredible mixing, incredible mastering, incredible on the beats as well. Very good dude to work. He made the album sound perfect. I was very happy with it.
Dope. And also with the layout and the text work on your album, Ryan Willis.
Yeah, my mate Ryan. He's I went to school with him for like 6 years. So he's a good dude. He's started up his own sort of visual page called Perpetual. He uploads video edits of what he films. He's been up on trips to like Northern Territory and whatnot, take videos of the environment of all the red rocks and whatnot up north. So very talented dude on the visual side of things.
That's dope, man. Mm-hmm. For a young producer, I mean, this is setting the bar. Anybody that's tuning in, anybody that hasn't heard the album yet, you need to go listen to Heavenly Unknown. You're going to see why these artists like Mickey Diamond, Flashes Clayton, Saxon, Flu, and many more on there, Cousin Fayo, are working with SB11. And like I said, he's a young producer. So he's well on his way.
Yep.
Much respect.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, before we go, is there anything you're currently working on that you're able to talk about?
Yeah. Well, since the album did do better than I was expecting, I have already started the next one, knowing how
Nice.
long
Okay.
it might take. So yeah, I've already started getting some features together. Uh, just yet, I'll leave that for later. Um, I've got a joint B tape coming, the second volume, with my man Dim Slim. He's from South Perth, so very different style to me, but it
Mhm.
comes together perfectly. I do one side, he does the other side. So yeah, we're cooking that up right now. What else? The next Lupara album is coming out soonish, pretty soon.
All right.
Yep. Um, yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
And so, my one last question: um, if there's anything else that you would produce, what would it be? Outside of just the music that you're doing now, would you be trying to do like a soundtrack, a cinema, or something like that as well?
Um, I have been experimenting with like a bit of dance music in a way, but like sampling using my workflow,
Yeah.
but making it that bouncy. I'd compare it to Flying Lotus in a way,
Okay.
like that early, bouncy, yeah, inspired me to get into production. By the way, that album for Magra, um, when that dropped, the day that dropped is when I downloaded FL Studio and tried to copy his beat and failed spectacularly. Yeah,
All right. That's great. That there's more to check out from you. But with everything that you currently have, you can go to SB11's Bandcamp, which I'm going to put the link up one more time, and y'all can go over there and support and, and spread the word on this young producer from Western Australia. Hopefully one day I will get to visit Australia, but I mean, Australia is it's a big country.
yeah,
Real
yeah,
big country. So gotta be selective
yeah,
where I want to go to.
yeah. No, that's right. Yeah, no, I definitely want to make it to the US one day as well. But yeah, same as what you said. There's lots of places in the US, lots of cities, lots of states. It'd be a hard choice of where to go.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
SB11, thank you, for taking the time to speak with us over at HHDG Media. Um, I want to also say thank you, Luca, because I wouldn't have found out about SB11, 3 years ago when your album "Why Look Up, God's in the Mirror" dropped. So definitely, salute him. I mean, he's constantly doing this thing, and I seen him at the Static Selector album release. Actually, it wasn't album release. They were actually creating the album with
yeah, yeah.
the
Bun B.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
sick.
So definitely
That's
shout out
awesome.
him. And, shout out Timepiece, your whole Fourth Move crew.
Yep,
And
Lupara.
yep.
Yep. Yeah. Thank
Peace.
you.
Yes,
Thank you for
man. All right.
inviting me.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, this has been great. My first
So
interview.
oh, hey, that's great.
Yep. Yeah.
Makes me feel good.
Yeah, that's it. That's good.
That's dope, man. So before you
Good.
go, you gotta let the people know, where they can reach out to you and how they can also support aside from, the Bandcamp link that I put up before.
Yeah. Yep. So I'm on Instagram, SB11._. I'll always reply to your messages. I'm not that popular. Yeah, Bandcamp. You can buy. I have vinyl left of Who Dares Wins by me and A Saxon.
Oh, it's out.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, good, good.
Yeah. Yeah, you can buy the digitals if that's what you're into. But yeah, also you can stream on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your music. Yeah,
It is.
it is.
Don't sleep because he's only in his infancy as far as his catalog. So it's only going to get bigger.
Yep, that's it.
If you want beats from SB11, you better start contacting them now.
For sure.
That's cool, man.
Cool.
And I would say, for me, it's going to be a good night. But for you, enjoy
Yep.
Friday.
Yep. Thank you. Got the day off.
There
Gotta
you
go
go.
to the doctors.
Yep. So on behalf of our HHDG Media crew, we're going to say peace.
Thank you.